would be the perfect fucking opening. Ho ho.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Nerdgasmic Goodfellas presents The Drinking Corner. I'm the BossFoss, and with me today we have Ryunn Eldred and Mr. Retro. All right, let's start with our gracious host. Is actually not me, but in fact, Ryunn Eldred. Ryunn Eldred, take it away.
Okay, I guess we'll hit into our small talk little
Interrupted mid-sentence.
I guess that's how this podcast is gonna start. David just took the reins like the real Santa Claus, so you might as well pass the hat over. But we'll jump into some small talk real quick before we jump into the thick.
I mean, if you want that to actually be the intro, sure. I was just using that as an example. He was asking
by all means.
Like, fuck it, let's go.
I was asking you, did it sound right to you, or should I do it the other way? But no, go ahead. You did it already. We're good.
We're good.
Save me some time.
Well, how have you been doing?
I'm doing great. Work is slowing down a little bit, but still being steady and fast because of the obvious holidays. Sorry, I'm choking on Dino Nuggies. I'm eating Dino Nuggies with you because you're going to be alone on Christmas and having nothing but Dino Nuggies and mac and cheese, even though now the plans changed since we originally culminated this idea.
I made one small joke, and now we are eating Dino Nugs, and I'm eating mac and cheese. Only because...
I have been shooting through the Callisto Protocol for those of whom who are listening that have been watching that series because it's been being heavily viewed on my channel. I am more than halfway through the game now, and the episodes are going to start rolling out continuously again. That's what I've spent my entire day today doing, was filming that. And then on the side, I have been jumping back into Skyrim, which I've never beaten in the 11 years that the game has been released. I have never once beaten Skyrim.
I think it's been a bit more than 11 years, hasn't it?
No, because earlier, I want to say last year was the 10-year anniversary. But either which way, I'm starting the game over. I'm jumping through. I'm playing on the new survival mode difficulty, which makes you have to eat, sleep, stay warm. You could only level up through sleeping. There's like a bunch of different things. There's like seasonal weather now and a bunch of other cool things that got brought into Skyrim that have honestly made the experience 100% better. And I have been very addicted into it. And then I watched Bullet Train the other day. And then hopefully by the time this airs on Christmas Day, John and I have either saw the new Avatar or we'll be planning to go see it because we didn't do that today because the theaters have been way too busy to go see that. Even though John went without me yesterday because we had a little miscommunication and he went and saw the movie. So, Mr. Retro, how have you been? You son of a bitch.
Pretty good, man. Just saw the new Avatar. It's pretty badass. You should watch it sometime.
Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm drinking hot chocolate and peppermint schnapps. I'm eating Dino Nuggies.
I'm drinking regular eggnog and it's sad. I want some whiskey or some rum. I'd be a lot happier with that. But I'm doing good, man. Just been sick as shit lately, but I'm feeling a lot better. Ready to get back to work. I had I don't know how many days off, like a whole week off just about.
Make sure you go in and claim your actual sick leave time.
Yeah, I probably should do that, huh?
Yeah. Because if you don't, then you're not going to get it.
Yeah, I think I only got
we all have 24 hours.
24 hours. 24, yeah. But yeah, just been feeling a lot better now and just wanting Christmas kind of to be over already. I enjoy Christmas time, but I'm ready for it to just kind of
Dissipate.
over, man. Yeah.
You want your wallet
Me
to not look
really-
anemic. You want your wallet to just kind of blow open with nice, lovely green lettuce.
Yeah. What about you, David? How you been, man?
I've been good. I've been working my ass off. I recently got hired on at a game company retail store. Not dropping names for specific reasons. But yeah, because it's Christmas time, we have been working our asses off. Looking forward to the holidays being over. Not looking forward to all the returns though. That's for sure. I got to see Violent Night. We're talking about watching movies. So I got to see Violent Night with it was me, my wife Katie, her friend Catherine, and our friend Jeff. So I really enjoyed it. It was a fantastic movie.
I have to ask.
Sure.
Is it the Die Hard of Christmas movies?
It's a Die Hard Christmas movie, yes.
Yes. I want to see it. I saw the ending of it.
Die Hard is a
spoiled
Christmas
on
movie.
TikTok. Bruce Willis
Just
has
in case
even
people
stated
don't
it's
know that.
not.
No, he says it's not a Christmas movie. It's a Bruce Willis movie, but it takes place on Christmas, and multiple times they refer to the fact of it's Christmas, it's Christmas, it's Christmas Eve, it's Christmas Day.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker! It's Christmas.
Yeah, it's a Christmas movie. Oh, and then as for what I'm drinking a can of Coke and a bottle of my last bottle of Blue Moon.
Okay, I was about to say, am I the only one drinking today? Has the roles been flipped?
I don't know what's
No,
wrong with
I
you.
have alcohol.
Not prepared.
I'm just preferring my
I'm usually the
Coca-Cola.
one pounding them down.
All right, everybody. Well, for all of those whom are listening or watching on the vidcast version, today is a special episode as we have two subjects to get through. Sorry, those dino nuggies have unleashed the beast within me, and that was like a faint pterodactyl call, and I apologize for that. As I was saying, it's a double special episode because we are doing our Christmas special and we are rounding out the end of the season by having a few end of the season questions and topics thrown into the mix with this. But we'll jump right into the thick of the holiday spirit. I want to know, what are your guys' favorite Christmas movies and why? So like for me personally, mine are the Tim Allen Santa Claus movies. I love them. My mom is a huge Tim Allen fan, so growing up as a kid, we watched all the Santa Claus movies, and every Christmas we watched them. And I have not had a chance to see the Disney Plus show because I specifically promised my mom that we would binge the entire show Christmas Day. And I want to see it because I have been off TikTok because I keep seeing spoilers on TikTok, like I did for Violent Night. So, BossFoss, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
I do enjoy the Santa Clauses. They are not my favorite though. A Christmas Story would be the next runner-up, except for it is overplayed because it is literally put on the same channel back to back to back for like 48 hours. And
you know they made a sequel?
Yeah, I know they made a sequel. I haven't seen that yet.
There's already a sequel. It's another one actually. I think isn't there two when he was young and then this new one, or is it?
I have no idea about more if he was young. I just know that they did a new one where he is the dad now.
Yeah,
and I was like, what? That's super cool.
Where he's
it was like 30 years later or something like that. So my new favorite, I'm gonna go with Violent Night actually. It was that good of a movie to me. It is something that I can see every year because for me, that's just the epitome of Christmas. It hits on all the marks, and I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not going to say anything else about the movie. But it was really good.
What about you, Retro? What is your all-time favorite Christmas movie?
All time, I would have to say Jim Carrey's Grinch in The Grinch Stole Christmas, dude.
John,
That's my favorite because
you
Jim
just got 10
Carrey is
points.
my favorite. Jim Carrey is my favorite, and The Grinch has always been one of my favorite stories. So
There is
I
no
just love
points
it.
for this episode, but you just earned 10 points. I think some good runner-ups
I
too.
actually
Now that
watched
I'm
it today.
I know I've been wanting to watch it. Is it on anything streaming? Because I don't own the DVD anymore. The case is empty. I'm pretty sure Nicole has it.
It's on HBO and probably Disney, maybe? No, I don't know. No, it's on HBO. Yeah, that's my favorite movie, dude. Hands down. And I love
Amazon
Elf
Prime.
also. Elf is pretty badass.
Elf is really
I
good.
love Will Ferrell.
I'm a little shocked nobody said Polar Express. One of the first movies that comes.
That's actually turning out to be my son's favorite Christmas movie. Like he gets excited every time he sees it and stuff. And he
The
always puts
Polar
it on
Express
for
is not a Christmas movie, though. It is a Tom Hanks movie because he plays almost every role.
him.
Okay, let's just start that off. He's the kid. He's the conductor. He's the ghost. He's a couple other different characters as well.
Yeah, have you seen the it's kind of animated like Polar Express, but it's Jim Carrey's
The Christmas Carol.
I believe.
Yeah, I
he
like that one
does
too.
All the ghosts in that one.
I want to
Yeah,
see
that one's really good too. I wanna
Ryan
check
Reynolds
that
and
one.
Will Ferrell have a new movie on
yeah.
Apple that's Spirited. That's a Christmas
Yeah,
Carol.
they're actually showing that in theaters right now.
Are they really?
Certain ones, yeah.
Interesting. All right, let's jump into the next category and we'll go with our favorite Christmas song. Dave, I started with you last time. Retro, what is your favorite Christmas song?
I would have to say Bing Crosby's White Christmas. I love old school. That's my favorite, dude. His voice is like soothing to listen to. I just love his voice, man. And White Christmas, I've always grown up watching it. I'm surprised I didn't say that's one of my favorite Christmas movies because it's not my favorite, but it's one of them for sure. If you haven't seen it, it's a really old movie. There's a lot of singing and dancing in it, but it kind of drags on sometimes. But it's really good, dude. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it.
Ooh, you know what movie we should have mentioned that just popped up into my head? The Christmas Chronicles with Kurt Russell. That's on
Oh,
Netflix.
that's good.
You're just talking about the song.
Wait. I just remembered. There's a new Grinch movie coming out.
The
horror
horror movie.
The horror one,
Grinch
yeah.
movie. Because they literally did a horror Winnie the Pooh and it blew up. And so the studio that did the horror Winnie the Pooh was like, let's do a horror Grinch. And now they're making a horror Grinch movie.
I don't know when it releases, but that's gonna be hilarious.
I want to see both.
Just some dude, like some slasher dude in a fucking Winnie Pooh costume.
No, it's legit Winnie the Pooh going on a murder spree.
Dude, yours is chopping up. Ours is fine.
Yeah, your video is all choppy. It's been that way since you jumped in. I just cropped it up to you're getting the rain before I am. But I'd say my favorite Christmas song is I got two. My original one is Blue Christmas by Elvis. And then my second one would be the rock song that they perform in the jail in the Christmas Chronicles. I can't remember the name of the song or how it goes, but I remember that after I watched that movie, I played that song on loop for like a long while because I just loved it.
Hey, can you pull music up on here?
Do you want the video to be copyrighted and taken down?
Do
What
we
if
need
it's
another
just,
instance of this? Yeah, give me a sec.
I don't know, dude. I think it'd be cool. It's actually another one of my favorite Christmas songs. It's a Carol of the Bells, and it is by August Burns Red, a metal band, and they do a cover of it. It's like a 3-minute song, but I thought you might
I mean,
want
if
to
we
hear a
just
little
cut out the
chunk of that
audio
one.
when you're actually playing it, then we can listen
Yeah,
to it.
that's what I'm gonna do. Give me a quick sec as I try to find this scene. Back, you good?
You good?
All right. Sorry for that intermission right there, everybody. We got John back. John, don't you ever leave again, okay? I was missing you so much. You scared me. You scared me. Don't ever do that again. We also have to put
I
live
don't know what happened.
what is it called? Live 500 530 live 30. That tracking app everybody has on their phone because everybody's
Oh,
in
Live
here.
360?
Oh, Live 360. Yeah, that.
Live 3-0.
Live 30.
Talking about it. Yeah, I got
Pretty catchy. Pretty catchy there.
Well, we're glad you're back, John. We could continue on with the show. You know, we were at a complete halt because we didn't know what to do. You were gone, and it scared everybody. We all started crying.
I'm back. I'm back for you now.
Oh yeah, I like it when you're back. All right, so let's see. We went over Christmas movie, threw in a few extra ones, talked about the horror Grinch because that's very interesting. David, what is your favorite Christmas song?
Are you able to see the document where I answered it for you?
I can, but you're gonna talk about it. I'm not going to.
I am. So there's this band. It's an older band called the Tractors. Have you ever heard of it? Retro or Ryunn?
No.
It's an older
what's the name?
country band. Huh?
What's the name again?
The Tractors.
The Tractors? No, I have not.
So when I was a young kid, my parents had this album called Tractors Christmas. And it's where they went through and they did some Christmas songs, and they had a couple remixes of their own songs with Christmas twists. And they have this song called Boogie Woogie Choo Choo Train. And their remix of it is Santa Claus is Coming in a Boogie Woogie Choo Choo Train. And it is a song that is ingrained in my head as a child. And I would listen to it on repeat all the time. We don't need to play it. It's a fun song, but we don't need to play it because I don't want to make Ryunn have to edit more than necessary.
Aw. Thank you.
It's kind of like that grandma got run over by a reindeer.
By Weird Al. No, that's
by,
Grandpa got ran over by a beer truck.
By Dr. Elmo's Twisted Christmas. It said that was the name of the album. My dad had it. It was some Weird Al knockoff kind of guy. And he did funny Christmas songs. And there's even a cartoon about it, dude. It's weird.
Wow, David. Looking at your answer for the next question in the template, you cop out. Okay. So
what
was the question? The next question, which I'm gonna have John answer first. Oh, sorry. Ugh. The Dino Nuggies are just really.
What did I answer?
Okay, so the next question is our favorite Christmas show, but I'm gonna elaborate it on it a little bit, and it could be a TV series that had Christmas special episodes. So like for me, my personal favorites are the Futurama Christmas episodes. Because Santa was always out to kill the crew of Futurama, and it was hilarious. You could obviously do like Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph, other shows like that. But to give it a broader spectrum, I will also accept like TV shows that did Christmas episodes that you liked. And John, you will be starting us off.
One. I don't know why, dude.
This is why you got to look at the templates before we do the episodes, John.
It's
I
a
have
new
no
format. That's
idea
what we're
what that-
doing, so that way we're not completely caught off guard. Even though I don't recall Ryunn mentioning them until I got into the call.
I could pull
I
up.
have no idea what you mean by templates. Is it
I
in the
could pull up
drive?
in the group chat. Yes.
Yeah.
As I repeatedly tell everybody in group chat, but I continuously get ignored. Check the fucking Google Drive. Everything is there. I've told y'all in person, and I've also said it over group chat.
Honestly, like I really remember watching, and this is gonna really make me sound old. but
We
the
all know you're old.
The dinosaurs show with the animatronic style. I think it was a Jim Henson show. You don't remember dinosaurs with the baby, and the baby always fucking beat the dad with the pan.
Okay, hang on. I found where you mentioned that it existed.
Of
And
course
your
you would go
mention
back.
Of it,
Of course
your-
you would go back and try to prove me wrong.
your mention of it is, I would like there to be one. You did not ever state that there was one.
Yeah, but I've mentioned to you guys in person over Xbox Party as well, especially when we were preparing for Logan's. Especially when we were preparing for Logan's, and I said, hey, make sure you check out the templates in there so you know what we're talking about.
Anyway, I'm sorry, Mr. Retro. Please continue with your show.
Animatronic Dinosaurs, maybe by Jim Henson. Is that what you said?
I'm familiar with dinosaurs. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. There was a Christmas episode I used to watch a lot when I was younger. And let's see. Of course, watch the old like you mentioned, Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Red-Nosed Reindeer.
An Australian there. Yeah. But I don't know. Nothing really like pops out that I know in detail, honestly, when it comes to like shows and stuff. Besides those old Christmas.
David, I can see you jumping around for joy because you're getting the opportunity to steal this show from John. So go ahead.
No, I was just being antsy. I'm fine.
What's
a lot of shows out there have really good Christmas episodes. Now I could start name dropping shows, but I'm afraid, since you don't even write your own answers in the template, I have no idea what you're going to say, and I don't want to accidentally steal yours.
I already said mine. Mine was Futurama. You're too busy trying to gaslight me with finding out if I was right or wrong.
That's not gaslighting. Okay. Well, you didn't go into detail.
Today's podcast episode brought to you by fucking hatred and animosity.
You started with John, and John was talking about dinosaurs.
Yeah, but I used mine as an example because I said like Futurama.
NerdgazmicGoodfellas group.
Find it.
John's over here learning Google Drive.
Anyway, in that case, Family Guy has some really nice Christmas episodes. Since I evidently misunderstood your question.
No, your original question answer. Your initial answer works.
My initial answer was the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special.
Oh, dude, yeah, okay. I forgot all about that shit. We just watched that.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Now I've never seen like the Star Wars holiday special, and all I know is it was really bad.
My brother said it was so bad, dude. He witnessed it firsthand, and he said it. He just
the Star Wars holiday specials.
So
yeah, it's from like the 80s. It's with Mark Hamill, and like they go back to Kashyyyk and like Wookiees or Ewoks, I forget. No, it was Ewoks, right?
Kashyyyk is the home
believe
planet
so.
of the Wookiees.
I know. That's why I was like, I think they go back to Kashyyyk if it's the Wookiees. If they go back to
Indoor.
Endor if it's the Ewoks. I don't remember. Like I said, I've never seen
Nerd
it.
shit.
But I remember them talking about the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. It was an homage to the Star Wars one. And then the way that they did it, I feel was very well done. Have you guys seen the holiday?
I love the intro song, dude, and how,
Yeah, the
how
intro-
it works.
The intro song and Kevin Bacon's song was really good.
Mm-hmm.
But then it got way overplayed because every time I was watching something on like a late show, he would be the special guest and sing the song. And I was just like,
Kevin Bacon getting his 2 minutes of fame.
right?
Oh, actually, I'd like to give an honorable mention for movies and shows. I
Yeah.
forgot, dude. I completely forgot. Nightmare Before Christmas.
That is a very honorable
That is
mention.
Actually,
But hang on.
I have to say, I think I love it more than The Grinch, dude. To be completely honest.
But is it a Christmas movie?
Is it a Christmas movie?
Or is it a
Halloween?
Halloween movie?
It's both. I
Or-
watch it on Halloween.
Or
I watch
is
on
it a
Christmas.
Thanksgiving movie since most of it takes place between the two holidays?
Or is it a Tim Burton movie? To call back to before we started the episode. To our very wonderful bit. Okay, let's transition ourselves into the next topic. What is some Christmas traditions that you and your family have done? We'll start off with the BossFoss since I skipped him the last round.
You didn't skip me. That's fine. So my family, what we do is typically Christmas Eve, we open all of our gifts, which I know is slightly different than what I originally wrote down, but I'm going to get to that. What we used to do is we would open all but one. There's always one last gift, and that last gift we would open Christmas Day with whatever we got from Santa. And we would choose the gift randomly, like, oh, this is the biggest box, so I want this to be the last gift. And then it's like, oh,
Who the hell ever chooses the biggest box to go last? What the fuck?
well,
I thought they'd be like,
the
this
joke with the family
I
is
think it's gonna be the best.
no matter how big the box is, it could still be a very small gift. And a small box can be a really big gift. For example, my sister got this little tiny box, and it was her car. She literally got her car keys in the box.
Oh, it must
I
be
got
nice to
this
be able to
huge
get
box.
cars as gifts from your family.
It was grandparents' gift to my sister. And then I got this giant box, and inside was a Hot Wheel. Same freaking holiday, same freaking Christmas.
Did you say it was a Hot Wheel?
Yeah, Hot Wheel. I got a car for Christmas.
In a big old box.
What would have been really, really fucked up is they have the like car tarp. So they have two cars parked out front with car tarps on, but everybody's actual car is there. So you both get like a set of keys, but one of them's like a dummy car of like cardboard cutout that just keeps the frame up. And inside the frame is like little Hot Wheels.
It would be funny, except for they'd all be my Hot Wheels. And just so we're clarifying things, I never received my car for Christmas. I never got a car for Christmas. Okay? And I'm kind of fucking salty about it. I had to buy my fucking cars. I never got them as a gift. What's that face for?
I got a 69 Volkswagen Beetle for my first car. It was an old man magnet, dude. Every freaking old man was like, I used to have that car when I was a young man. And I'm like, oh my God, dude. And I just Just keep driving.
95 Celica was my first car.
When you
2000.
said an old man magnet, I was like, damn, John.
Yeah, you know, well,
Robbing
you
the
know,
graves.
you want a chick magnet, dude, when you're driving your first car. And no, I had a whole bunch of old guys going, I used to drive that car when I was young, and blah 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 blah. And I'd just be like, oh, dude, come on.
All right, Ryunn, what are you about to drop on us?
Nothing.
You grabbed your microphone like you were about to say something.
I was, but I'm choosing the road less traveled. John, any Christmas traditions that you and your family did?
Yeah, every now and then. We don't do it every year, but every now and then we like to put presents in boxes that, you know, just are in things that we usually wouldn't give for a Christmas present, you know. And so when you open it up, you see the picture on the box of what it is, and you're just kind of like, oh, you know, you forget about it because it doesn't happen every year. So you just kind of forget about it, and then you open something and you just see like this
John,
kind of look of disappointment, dude. And then all of a
John.
sudden they open it up and it's something.
John, can I be a dick?
What?
Can I be a dick? I have at my mom's house an Xbox Series X box.
Oh no.
Can I gift wrap it for your son? But on
Oh.
the inside, taped to the side of the box, is a V-Bucks card.
Oh no. No. No.
Come on.
Not that bad, dude.
Come on.
That's like damaging right there, bro. How would you feel if you were a 7-year-old?
Bro, okay, so it's already when I come over to your house, your son gives
is
me the
hella funny,
cold
though.
shoulder like 90% of the time. So just imagine I come over with a gift wrap box. I'm like, oh, by the way, Merry Christmas, little buddy. And he opens it and he sees just in the box like Xbox Series X. He starts going crazy. He's like, oh my God, thank you, thank you. You see me standing there just smiling, oh, you're welcome, as I'm slowly backing away from your mom in the rolling pin that she's about to go grab. And he rips open the box and you see that happiness, that childhood happiness just
slip from it.
and then you just see your son turn into a little miniature you. And you hear the only words uttered on Christmas Day that you don't want to hear. What the fuck is this? From
You gotta make sure you put rocks in the box though to weigh down the box. Otherwise, it's gonna be a little suspicious, a little light.
True. He's pretty smart.
Anyway, Ryunn, what about you? What is your Christmas tradition?
So this is something we used to do back when my grandfather was alive, but when we were kids, before the whole spoiler alert thing would happen, my grandfather would have us take carrots and throw them up on the roof for Santa's reindeer. So that way he would make sure he stopped extra longer to enjoy the sugar cookies we would make, the nice ice glass cold cup of milk. And there would be no decorations set up whatsoever in his house, but he would wait for us to go to sleep at night and he would fully, like 100% decorate his entire house when we were kids. Like putting the tree up, the ornaments, the stockings, the lights, everything over the course of that we were asleep. So when we woke up, there were no carrots out, the cookies and milk were gone, and the house was fully decorated. So it was like a Christmas miracle.
That's awesome, dude. That really warms my heart. That's very precious.
So since
I wish that I had more of a chance to meet and hang out with your grandfather.
Yeah, I was gonna say during the time that you met him was like after the stroke that kind of debilitated him.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, we're not gonna go there right now. We're gonna jump to our favorite part of Christmas. What is y'all's
one more thing? Another thing that me and my kid have been doing. We leave Coca-Cola for Santa. We leave cookies and Coca-Cola instead of milk.
Are you lactose intolerant, John?
No, I'm not. I love milk, but
I do too.
I need some Coke.
I'm sure you do. Okay, so since we're on the topic of Coke, our next category is favorite Christmas food. Something that you only eat or drink during the Christmas time. John, you're up.
Cranberry ginger ale. Bam.
I have not had the cranberry
Love
ginger
that
ale,
shit.
but I love the cranberry Sprite, and it's been pissing
Cranberry
me off.
Sprite. Anything cranberry, really, like the Sprite, the ginger ale. Like I think
What's
7-Up
pissing you
does
off?
it.
I can't find it anywhere here in Red Bluff. I cannot find cranberry Sprite in Red Bluff.
Dude, we literally have at our Safeway right
Yeah.
now, like 12 packs of these things.
Dude, I can't even find the Holiday Mountain Dew right now. They have
Okay,
a
that
fruit-
one I don't know. I have not seen a Holiday Mountain Dew.
My mom's fiance says that the fruitcake Mountain Dew is at Walmart right now.
That's-
Oh, so it really is fruitcake.
Yes,
You weren't bullshitting me.
I'm not bullshitting you.
That's cool. I have to try it.
So I'm gonna slightly change my answer that's on the page.
Okay.
But I did have an answer. My original answer was green bean casserole.
Which
But if we're going for something,
fucking love green bean
I
casserole.
love green bean casserole. I only ever have green bean casserole on Thanksgiving and Christmas.
That's
Mhm.
the same.
So that was why I originally wrote it. I'm like, yeah.
My beard is pretty long.
So you know what? I'm gonna stick with green bean
You mean
casserole.
like
I'm
the
gonna
creamy
also add
style
a
green beans?
Huh?
Like the creamy style green beans with
Like
the
you
crispy
take
onions and all
you take
that
some
good
fresh
stuff.
green beans, some cream of mushroom soup, those hard crispy onions on top. You bake that shit and it comes out so good.
and then eggnog on the side. I don't know why people hate eggnog so much. Eggnog is good if it's done right.
This is gonna be the second year I have not had eggnog during Christmas.
I'll bring your ass over here and have some eggnog because I got
All
some.
right, I'll be there in like 20 minutes.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Bring your hard drive.
I know I need to bring my hard drives.
All right.
I forget whose turn it is.
All right.
Well, I thought you still had more to say because we went on a whole tangent of green bean casserole.
I said green bean. Yeah, I said actually. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna stick with green bean casserole, and then I'm gonna add with an eggnog on the side.
My mom does a Christmas brisket.
Ooh. Oh.
I have yet to try it. I remember last year you were telling me about it. Or a couple years ago, you were telling me about it.
I don't know how my mom makes it.
So,
My mom makes a holiday brisket where she only seasons it this way during Christmas.
oh, my head is hot in this Santa hat.
And it is so good. You know what?
Oh, breathe. Oh, fresh air.
John, I want to see what you would look like bald. Ah! Hideous!
Just rip off my scalp.
I said bald, not scalped. Sign of good taste, the cold Coke. Is that a wooden box? Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, my mom does do holiday gift baskets too, because right now I have my Christmas trees and
Forgot all about it. until I
mom's
tossed
Christmas
my
basket
thingy over.
that I keep in my desk. It's up there with my hidden coins, my Mario Kart coin, my Christmas trees, and other things.
It's a Mario Kart.
It's
Bro,
a Mario Kart.
I got my kid, which we're gonna have to play. I got my kid Mario Monopoly, and instead of Monopoly money, it's coins, and things are like 5 and 10 coins and stuff.
Bruh,
like
I will
buildings
come
and-
over tomorrow.
Dude, wait,
I
wait
will-
till Christmas.
Yeah, it's a Christmas gift.
Fuck. Okay,
Yeah.
looks like I'm coming over on Christmas with an Xbox box, and your son's gonna be wanting revenge in Monopoly.
Yeah, he's going up to his Nana and Papa's like Christmas afternoon, so it's just gonna be me and Mom here. So if you want to come on over whenever, you're more than welcome, dude.
Yeah.
Play some
I-
board games and
All right, so we got Christmas brisket, we got green bean casserole, and eggnog.
pumpkin no
Did you-
pie.
Pumpkin no
My
pie?
mom makes this stuff called pumpkin no pie. I call it pumpkin pie cake because she uses cake mix with pumpkin pie, and it's a crustless pumpkin pie with walnuts, chopped
And you
walnuts.
brought none of that to the Christmas party.
No, I'm sorry. Nice
I'm
beard,
not,
by the way, dude. Your
I
beard's
am
growing
not-
out very well.
I have not, even as David, I have not grown my beard like this since I've lived in Chico.
You got a little bit of time on me. I'm trying to get there.
I've just,
Mine
I've
mine
been-
just kind of like sits right here. It gets really dark right here, and that's it.
I push it all under my face, but I mean, like, if I uncurl it, because my beard curls pretty freaking long. I'm gonna shave it on the 1st because I'm doing this thing where I'm gonna take a picture every day. Actually, I'll get to that near the end of this Christmas segment. What is your guys' favorite Christmas gift you've ever received?
John, let's start with you.
Best Christmas gift I've ever received?
Yep.
PlayStation 2, I think, when I was younger. I think that was the most exciting present that I've ever gotten, dude. One that I didn't expect because we were always broke. So,
Bro, the PlayStation 2 was a golden age too.
yeah, dude, when I got that PS2, man, things changed, bro. It changed. But yeah, it was fun.
Bro, I played my PlayStation 2 all the way up until like Xbox One.
Because I went from
Xbox
64.
One time.
I went from 64 to PlayStation 2. I didn't have like a Sega
Generational jump
Dreamcast.
each
I
generation.
always wanted a Sega Dreamcast, but I never got one. So when I got that PS2, dude, I was fucking like stoked, bro.
I still want to build my retro gaming collection.
Actually, the best Christmas present I've gotten myself, I think, if I'm gonna be completely spoiled and honest.
Is it your Series X?
It's my new Series X or Series S, excuse me, not X. I went the digital route just to see how it was, just to save some money and see how it was. And I'm impressed, dude. Honestly, I get like
I see how it is. The
faster
controller
speed.
I get you is not even the best Christmas gift ever. I see how it is.
I haven't gotten anything yet, dude. I mean,
Fair point.
ask that question next Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll remember just for you.
Save
Let
it
me
until-
just
just save the
clunk, clunk,
controller
clunk.
until next Christmas, bro.
What about you, Ron?
My favorite Christmas gift that I have gotten is either the Nintendo. Honestly, last Christmas, because I got a Nintendo Switch 2 Christmases ago, as well as my PlayStation VR like the year before that. But last year, my mom went on a scavenger hunt because I am a connoisseur of collecting shit. As you both know, let me try to grab this without breaking everything. And my mom, because she knew how upset I was when this game came out for pre-order, that I couldn't get the collector's edition pre-order, which I've gotten literally the last 2 entries in the series is pre-orders that came with a statue. So my mom found and paid a shit ton to get the Chris Redfield statue for Resident Evil Village. And I love this because it is a testament to how much my mom supports the stupid shit I like. Oh! Shit's falling. Oh,
Nice.
and then I'd have to say my next favorite gift is right here because John didn't get it.
You piece of shit. I got BB-8. I'm happy with BB-8, dude.
Yeah, but you wish you got the Falcon.
Did you hear what she said when she opened it, when she looked at it?
What?
She said, "What's this?" I looked at her and I said, "Give me that."
You don't give me that.
Give me that. Get out of here.
But yeah, I'd have to say the Chris Redfield statue, the Switch, and my PlayStation VR, because all 3 of them are stuff I quite thoroughly enjoy now.
Nice. For
Have you-
me, my favorite gift that I have ever gotten would have to be my Alienware laptop that I'm actually using right now. I got it and a VR headset from my parents for Christmas.
You're using your Alienware right now?
Yeah. Anytime you see this background, we're on my Alienware laptop. It's just plugged
You got an
in.
Alienware laptop and a VR headset for Christmas from your parents.
Yeah, from my parents. It was a couple years ago.
Damn.
3-4 years ago.
I'm getting
What?
nothing this year for Christmas.
But I did get a PS2 for Christmas. But the reason why it's not my favorite gift is it was probably the worst Christmas I had ever experienced.
Is this the Christmas I think you're going to talk about?
Probably.
The really fucked up Christmas?
I don't know which one you're referring to, but essentially what ended up happening is I was in our Toro, which is a farm utility vehicle, and I was driving down the driveway to open up the gate for the farrier, and the farrier drove past. So I turned around and I didn't realize how close I was to the short brick wall, and didn't quite make it. Ended up hitting the brick wall, and I ended up taking out part of the brick wall. So I opened up all the gifts, and we got the PlayStation 2 from Santa. And that morning, I was not able to play. I was not allowed to play the PS2 until we fixed the brick wall. Because this was literally like 2 days after I hit it. So while I'm outside fixing the brick wall with my grandfather, my sister breaks the PS2 by accident. She ended up breaking the laser portion of the PS2, so it would not read games anymore.
How?
Wow.
We're not entirely certain exactly how it happened, but she broke it, and so then we had to drive from Corning, where we used to live, down to Kalinga, which is a 5-hour drive. And this entire time, I never got to play the PS2. We had to trade in the PS2 and get a new one. They're like, hey, it came out of the box like this, but it was not the truth. Jess broke it. And then we got the new PS2, which then we had for a year before Jess dropped it and bent the corner of the PS2. Jess is just not very good with consoles. Anyway, what Christmas were you thinking of starting?
I was thinking of a completely different thing altogether.
Gotcha.
So with Christmas rounded out, we have one other holiday before the end of the year, and that is New Year's. And the biggest thing for New Year's is everybody typically writes resolutions. First question I'm going to ask relates all the way back to our very first episode, in which we had a segment where we talked about our resolutions and the things we were going to do this year. Do any of you remember your resolutions?
I remember some of mine, yeah.
John, do you remember any?
A couple of them.
I remember a few of mine too. Did any of your guys' resolutions make it to completion this year?
No, they're continuing resolutions.
All right.
Ongoing resolution.
Well, since they're ongoing, John, what are some resolutions for the 2023 year?
2023. Let's see here. I'm picking my guitar back up, and I am going to start playing every freaking day because I miss it, and I used to play every day anyway, and I just, for some odd reason, haven't really felt like playing much, but I'm gonna just do it, man, because I miss it, and why not? I forgot a lot of the shit I used to play and want to relearn it and then learn a whole bunch of new stuff.
That is a good resolution.
That is one of them.
Any other ones you would like to add to your repertoire for 2023?
Get my ass back to the gym because I got that gym membership now. So I am actually here soon. Since I'm feeling better, I told you once I'm starting to feel better, I want to start going back to the gym. So
I was gonna bring that up with you tomorrow.
is
Actually, I was gonna see if you
yeah.
wanted to go tomorrow, but that's a conversation for a different time. Any other resolutions in your repertoire?
Let's see here. I want to start cooking a lot more because I don't cook as much as I should. My
That
mom's
was one of
over here
David's.
sick, and she yeah, I remember he wanted to bake also, huh?
Yeah, David's was I
Oh,
wanted to
baking.
cook more and bake more.
Yeah,
How have you been
baked
doing on
today
that?
here, David?
Calling your
So,
ass out, son.
Mr.
How
Boss
have you been doing?
Foss.
we did starting out the year, we started trying to do it more, and it wasn't quite working out because I'm going to school, Katie's working, our time frames weren't lining up that well, and then I was unemployed, so I can't go out and buy groceries because I don't have money, so I gotta wait for her, and it just wasn't working out. And then around August, we went to HelloFresh, which forced us to have to cook. So we actually, from August to November, we had HelloFresh, and we were actually cooking 5 meals a week.
Wow.
So in that instance, yeah, we ended up cooking more. I didn't bake as much. Definitely wanted to do more of that, but we have a small ass kitchen, and then we didn't have a mixer, and so everything I would have to do by hand. We didn't even have like the handheld one. But we did do that. Now that we're married, somebody actually gifted us a mixer, so we have a mixer and I can bake, but that's not my New Year's resolution anymore. Is it okay if I go to my New Year's resolutions now?
John, did you have any more in your repertoire?
Nothing I can think of at the moment. No.
All right.
Please go ahead.
So something that I think I talked about last New Year's, and I'm keeping in mind, is when making New Year's resolutions, don't make it vague. Make it actually something achievable. So like, instead of being like, oh, I want to bake more, like I want to bake more than half of the year. So I want at least half the year to have a baked goods, something like that. But my New Year's resolution for this upcoming year, it's fairly simple. I want to get my weight under 225. Like right now I'm 255, 260. And I just don't want to be this weight anymore. I want to be under 225 and in better health. And being under 225 will be better health, because for me to get to that point, I need to actually work out and do things. So I'm going to be in better health to do that. So I want to be under 225, and I want to stay there for the rest of the year, which I think is achievable. Don't you guys agree?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, dude, you said it's what, 20 pounds, 25 pounds?
Yeah, it'd be essentially about 25 to 30 pounds that I need to drop, which is it's achievable. If I reach that point, great on me. I might adjust it and be like, okay, well, if I got to this point, let's see if I can get to 215, if I can get to 210, and kind of walk my way back down to what is deemed a healthy weight. At a certain point, though, because I'm 5'11", my body mass index and my muscle index will kind of meet, and I won't lose weight. I'll gain a little bit of weight, but it'll be more like muscle, because muscle is denser than fat. I'm correct in remembering this, right?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
So
yes, sir.
We'll bring in our special guest health nutritionist. No.
As long as you're
Dino Nuggets mac and cheese isn't gonna help too much, but you
gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna start. I mean, I can still eat stuff like this. I just need to actually be more active and use the carbs I'm getting from this to actually like burn. I do also want to live stream more. I know I just said I didn't want to be vague, but this is not something. Okay, I want to live stream at least once a week, or at the very least 3 times a month. So by the time that we get back up to Christmas of next year, I want to have at least 36 live streams done.
That is a very
did my math
manageable goal.
Yeah, at least one. Now, if I'm able to go one a week, then that'd be 48. If I'm able to go a couple of times a week, because I don't know what my schedule will be, but I can try for it. Small goal. Once I reach that goal, set it bigger and just continue to improve on it. Ryunn, what about you?
Well, I probably have a huge chunk of things to say in this category. But in terms of New Year's resolutions that I had placed at the beginning of 2022, I didn't complete going to the gym a lot because I quit like right at the start of the year. And actually, I don't even think I had a gym membership at the start of the year, but me and John went in and got one 2 months ago.
Mhm.
And then given the holiday times and the stress of work and school and everything, we weren't going to the gym all that often. One of my resolutions for this year is I'm already at a good weight because I'm down to 160. Not like 160, but in the 160s. 170s. I fluctuate back and forth between that. So I want to kind of maintain that, but I want to burn a lot of the fat that I have because I'm skinnier, but I'm still not where I desire to be. I want to
Right.
bulk out a little bit and shred some of the loose skin.
Bulk up and tone out.
Exactly. Another goal that I had for 2022 was I wanted to complete more Let's Plays on my personal YouTube channel than I normally do, because normally I don't finish games, which, as David was given his explanation, I ran through the Google Drive list that I had set for myself for the 2022 year, and I have completed 12 games in this year. From January to this point now, I have completed 12 full length playthroughs, which I'm very proud of myself. Thank you for the round of applause. We did Assassin's Creed 2. We just rounded out Brotherhood, so actually that's 13. Me and David both did Saints Row. I finished Saints Row 1, 2, 3, 4, got out of hell. Me and Matt did Borderlands. David and I completed Dying Light and Dying Light the Following, so that's 15 games actually. So I had a miss. Yeah, I know Halo is part of there as well. Halo, Wars, Reach, 1, and ODST are what we have completed right now, and we are more than halfway through Halo 2.
Didn't we also do Dead Rising 2?
That was last year.
Really?
We rounded it out last year, yeah. If I had my actual journal with me right here, I'm seeing it's actually right here. Hold on. Because every time I complete a game, I actually write the title of the game down in this journal I keep next to my desk.
Do you put the date?
Huh?
Do you put the date that you finished it?
I don't put the date, but we have 11 here that are written down, which is Dying Light the Following, which were the first 2 games of the year beat. Assassin's Creed 2. So I didn't do 1 this year. I did 1 last year. So we did Assassin's Creed 2, Alan Wake, Saints Row 2, 3, 4, Got Out of Hell, Borderlands, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, and Halo 3 ODST. And I know there's a few others in there. There are a few more, I guess I didn't write down.
Yeah, because we had a couple nights there where we went, we beat Halo Wars, and then we very quickly did Halo
1
Combat Evolved, and that was this year. And Reach, Reach, and then Halo Combat Evolved. So that was all this year as well.
Either which way, I completed my goal on that, which I was very proud of myself for. I didn't complete a special requirement for that, which was I wanted to finish out Let's Plays from previous years, like The Evil Within and stuff like that, which I did touch base on this year, but I do hope to close out in the beginning half of next year. Goals that I have for this year, though, to touch base on this year's resolutions, goals and things I want to accomplish. With the podcast, we were supposed to have 52 episodes.
Once a week, yeah.
This was supposed to be our 52nd episode. This is episode 25. We have missed a few episodes in there. So one thing I want to do.
We had a few weeks of hiatus, yeah.
We had months of hiatuses towards the end. If
I was being nice.
I'm not being nice. We've had months of hiatuses of doing nothing with the podcast, which sucks because for me, myself, I pay to do these. So it's something I want to make more of a goal to do, is to at least try to get 1 to 2 done a month at the start. I want to do 1 a week because I like the weekly episodes, but if we have to do bi-weekly, it's understandable. There's the channel goal I obviously have with myself. I want to hit 500 this year. I really want to hit 500 subs. I would like to hit 500 for this, so 100 for the group, which I think is manageable, being the fact that I am the one that does the majority of the work for both in terms of editing and producing.
Right.
So I think those are reasonable resolutions to hit in the upcoming year.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are goals that are achievable. So
since we're on the topic of achievable goals, I want to take a look at this year in review, and this is what we're going to end on. I can see John already looks very tired too. And I know you have to wake up kind of early in the morning, so I'm wanting to kind of wrap things up here with all this. As I was stating, we did barely 50% of what we were supposed to do in this year. The goals are not the goals, but the wins that we've had. We had Noah. Sorry, I'm getting blown up on my phone right now. Noah won 1 episode, which ended up being our scrapped episode because he never showed up. So it's our what do you call it? Our hidden episode or missing tape, whatever.
Oh yeah, it's the something like that. The missing episode or something along those lines. Yeah.
X-Sane Assassin won 0 episodes, even though I think he participated in 1 or 2.
I think at least 1.
Brian, Tainted Saint, who wasn't here with us today, so shame on him, won only 2. David, my boy, has only won 3.
Tainted Saint won 2, but only 1 is displayed on the channel.
Yes, but only 1 is
also one of the missing episodes.
It is all, you can find the episode through podcasts, through like Spotify, Google Play.
The vidcast.
The vidcast is missing because it is banned worldwide due to copyright infringements and everything.
Thanks, Tainted Saint.
David, my boy, you have only won 3. Minus your +1 you tried to give yourself in the template.
Yes.
Retro and myself have both won 4 episodes apiece, which makes me and Retro the winner of season 1 in hindsight. But I want to give the episode mainly to Retro because if I have to say, with the podcasts that I enjoy the most have definitely been Retro's podcast topics because they're more over games and they're fun. Granted, my favorite episode is Points or No Points, which is an episode that David did.
Deal or No Deal style.
Yeah.
Yes, that was.
It is the one episode that sticks out the best.
Mm-hmm.
I put a lot of effort.
I think we should have another one of those too.
I definitely agree so too.
It's on my list. Yeah.
I look very much forward to another year of podcasts, another year of just discussing topics, challenging each other at games, stuff like that. I'm hoping, apart from the podcast, we could bring other things to the group channel. But in terms of 2022, I would say we had a very good year.
Yes, I agree.
And I would like to formally congratulate Mr. Retro for being the winner of season 1.
All right. Thank you.
Despite that, we have
God
already
damn it, every one of you.
we have already filmed episode 1 of season 2, which is a special guest episode that will air on January 1st, in which we discuss Bethesda's gaming franchise Fallout, which no spoilers on the outcome of that, but a winner has been predetermined. We're going to come up with a special way to reward you, John, that I'll think of in the coming week before we start season 2 formally, as I go through redesigns and everything else that I've been going through the last few weeks for this channel. But you are going to have a prize that is going to give you a one-time edge above the rest of us in something. As I finish working out those details as your winning prize for winning season 1. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to formally conclude today's podcast with wishing every single last one of you out there a very Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, whatever holiday you celebrate during this time. Enjoy being with your loved ones, friends, and family as the year concludes out. And may everybody have a very good 2023, at least better than the last few years have been for everyone. David, John, sorry, hold on. Ryan, fuck you. Good
Ryan.
night. Toodaloo, everybody.
Been fun.
Good night, everybody, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas